Hello, welcome to the WOW Part 3, and continuing on for the worldly black women. I want to touch base on a couple of other things as well. And as I was saying in Part 2 about worldly black women wanting to be dominant and wanting to be over their husbands and their boyfriends and wanting to basically wear the pants to be the head of household. Like I was saying before, the Lord placed man over woman, and that's how he wanted it to be. And like I said, if you black women are pressuring your men, if you're trying to make them be beholden to you, then there's something wrong in that situation. So that's something I would encourage a lot of married people, a lot of black couples who are having this situation, then they need to basically change that. Now, I want to talk about black women, getting back to black women who are envious of other women, black women who are angry all the time, yelling at their husbands, screaming at their husbands. Let's talk about black women who are unsatisfied. You have a lot of black women who are unsatisfied. It's like they want more. It's like, if you give them $100, that's not enough for them. They need $200. If you make love to them one day, that's not enough. You got to make love to them a second time that very same day. Let's say, if a man gives a black woman a diamond ring, it wouldn't be enough for her, because why just give her a diamond ring when you can give her two? So another thing is that, a lot of black women nowadays, it's just that they're not happy enough. It's like they need more. You have to keep giving them more and giving and giving and giving and giving. And it comes to the point where a lot of black men, they can't deal with that. It's like, okay, I can't deal with you. I'm going to go find me a white woman because it's more simpler and stuff. Oh, yes. So let's talk about a lot of these black men who date white women. And let me say this, a white woman is totally different from a black woman. Their perceptions of relationship and perspectives are a lot different from a black person. A lot of black women, I would say, I wouldn't say ghetto, because you have some women, some white people who are white trash, and they have that ghetto mentality as well. But at the same time, you really don't see a lot of white women, popping off with the mouth, ghetto and loud and stuff like that, wanting to fight. I would say more white women are more reserved. They're not as dominant as black women are. So I believe that's a reason why a lot of black men can put up with a white woman, because, like I said, it goes back to, like I was saying, the man being the head of household and the man being the provider and being dominant and being over the woman. Like I said, that's how the Lord wanted it to be. So that's a reason why a lot of black men, they'll date a Latina or a white woman or stuff like that. So that's another reason that happens as well. So I wanted to just basically speak on that too. What else I want to discuss is that, getting back to women wanting to be dominant and being masculine like men, you have a lot of these black women who get these gold teeth and get all these tattoos, get their whole bodies tatted up. Now you got women who sag their jeans and their pants now, and now they want to be like men now. But at the same time, they want to be like men, but they're still dating men. So it's kind of like that identity crisis. It's like, okay, do you want to be a lady or do you want to be a man? You have to pick one or the other and stuff, because not too many men want to be, with a woman who's going to be feminine and dominant at the same time. 9 times out of 10, that's not the case, and that's not what they want. But at the same time, a lot of black women nowadays is that they got all all the weave, the gold teeth, fake jewelry, fake this, knockoff clothes, thrift store, flea market clothes, and they just waste all their money on getting their hair did, getting their nails did, getting their eyelashes, getting their makeup, getting their clothes, and it's to the point where they just invest all their money and stuff on nonsense. Now, I want to get on child support. This is one thing that really makes me upset with a lot of these black women, is that they use the babies as pawns to get the child support, and then when the black men give them the child support, what they'll do is that they don't even use it for the baby. They'll go and use it for, like I said, to get their hair did or put down on a new car. You got a lot of women who are just greedy, who just only care about themselves, and they're just not satisfied. So, like I said, if you give a woman $100, that's not enough for her. She wants $200. And you got a lot of these black men who are just going through it with these black women. It's like they got them going through child support. You got these evil black women who are just so evil, like they'll do anything spiteful just to bring another black man down. Like if he's dating a white woman, if he left her for a white woman, she'll do anything in her power just to strip him of any finances that he has for the child support, or try to obtain any valuables that he has. And like I was saying before, a lot of black women, they don't know how to seek independence because they're always seeking the independent one. So how can you want to be, with a man and you're not even okay, let me say this again. How can you expect for a man to take care of you when you can't even take care of yourself? I mean, that's one thing I don't really understand. You got a lot of these black women who just being with a man because of what he has. They're not with the man because they love him or they want to be with him. They're with him because he has whatever they can offer to them that's beneficial. So basically, they're just being an opportunist. Now, my thing is that, just because a man, is the head of the household, and just because a man is providing for you and taking care of you, I encourage a lot of black women for you to get up off your asses and get you a little part-time job or a little job and stuff like that, so you can have something to lean on. Because let's say that the man that you're with, let's say that relationship doesn't work out and he says you got to go. What are you going to do? I mean, you didn't work for the last 3 to 5 years. You've been living off with this man, and he gets rid of you. Basically, you have no money saved up. You have nothing because you spent it all on, to getting your hair did, your nails did, your feet did, and everything, and clothes and other nonsense and stuff, and blowing your money, going out with your girlfriends and stuff. So basically, it's, you got to look out for yourselves, black women. A lot of black women don't look out for themselves because they're just so busy trying to get in the fast life and in the fast lane. A lot of women, selling their bodies, selling themselves short for some money, for some cash, for a place to stay, just selling their bodies and just selling themselves short. You got a lot of these black women who don't have any good influences in their lives because they're hanging out with other black women who are worldly as themselves. Basically going out to the club, drinking, partying, twerking, dressing like hookers, dressing like prostitutes, and attracting these. And let me tell you, a lot of you black women don't understand is that the way you present yourself is what you're going to get in return. So if you're dressing, all ghetto and all trashy looking, then that's what you're going to get. So, if you're in the club and you're dressed like, like a prostitute, someone who's easy, then of course, someone who's on that same level as you are, you're going to get that in return. Like I said, it's all about how you carry yourself and how you present yourself as a lady. I believe that a lady is to be seen and not heard. And that's very true. Why would you want to wear an outfit, show off your curves and show off your skin and your body just to attract a man. A lot of these women, they go to church. A lot of these Christians, so-called Christians, who claim they have the Lord and go to church for a man. They go to club for a man. They go to a bar for a man. So a lot of things that these women do are for the wrong reasons. A lot of these things that these women do aren't really for themselves. They're just doing it because they see other women doing it or their girlfriends are doing it. So it's like, okay, it's like my hair doesn't look right. I don't like my natural coarse hair, so I'm gonna go to the drugstore and get me a relaxer and perm my hair, or I want to go get me a quick weave or whatever, and I'm going to straighten it, have my hair straightened, I'm going to get some makeup, I'm going to, get some clothes, so that way I'm going to get a man just like that. That's how I'm going to get a man. But why can't a man just love you for who you are? Why are you selling yourself short? Why can't you value yourself? Why can't you see that, your body is a temple that isn't to be defiled? And a lot of these black women, what they do is that they sleep with all these black men, and at the end, it's like they have nothing to show for it, because basically what these black men they're doing is that they're using you. Because like I said, it goes back to how you present yourself. If you're going to present yourself as a hooker or dressed like a prostitute at the club, then that's what you're going to get. If you're going to present yourself with all these tattoos and gold teeth and the weave, and then you're going to attract someone who's from ghetto as well, with gold teeth and tats. So like I said, women, just carry yourselves as young ladies. Try dressing, some nice dress pants, nice dress shirt. Present yourself as a businesswoman, so you can attract a man who is businesslike, who has something going for himself, who does have a decent job. Stop wearing all these weaves that look raggedy, that look ratchet, that look like plastic. These colorful horsehair weaves and stuff that y'all women be wearing, these lace fronts that look just like trash, like they come out from the dumpster. And wear your hair, wear your natural hair. Try going natural sometime, And if you do get a weave that looks good on you, that fits you. Get a weave that looks natural. So when someone compliments you, saying your hair's lovely, then that's great and stuff. So you don't have to worry about someone asking, was that your real hair and stuff. So I just encourage a lot of black women is that it's time to start making some changes. Stop living in this worldly world. Stop following after these people. Like I said, just because you live in the ghetto and you live in the hood and stuff like that doesn't mean that you have to become ghetto and you have to be, staying in the hood and stuff. You can always rise above. You can always make something of yourselves, and you can always come out of those things. And I just want to say that black women, it's time to wake up. It's time to get into your Bibles. It's time to start hearing from the Lord, seeking God for yourselves. Get out of church, get out of religions, because they're not teaching you anything. They're just keeping you dumbfounded. A lot of these black women in the churches, they're lost themselves because they're not learning anything, but they're just sitting on the bench or in a chair just listening to a stupid-ass pastor preach to them, which is supposed to be the gospel, and it is not even a real gospel. It's part truth, and the rest of it's all lies. So I would say, black women, just, it's time to rise above. It's time to make something of yourselves, and it's time to get out of all these mentalities, get out of jealousy, get out of pride, get out of dominance, get out of the Jezebel spirits, get out of greed, get out of all that nonsense with, being provocative, looking nice, having nice things, and, wanting to look sexy all the time and stuff, and stop trying to present yourself as someone that you're not. You're not Nicki Minaj, you're not Beyonce. Those women, they have millions of dollars, all the money in the world and stuff, and you're not like them. So it's time that you start being yourselves, and it's time that you start becoming someone better. And that's just what I want to say. And hopefully this message reaches people. Thank you.